Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder just put the San Antonio Spurs on the absolute brink of elimination. In a highly physical, intensely dramatic battle at the Paycom Center, the defending champions flexed their muscle to take a crucial 3-2 lead in the Western Conference Finals, walking away with a commanding 127-114 victory. Game 5 was billed as the ultimate pivot point of this entire series, and it absolutely lived up to the hype, delivering spectacular performances, unexpected heroes, and a heavy dose of controversy that will have fans talking all week long. The story of the first half was defined by absolute chaos and physical basketball, particularly in a wild second quarter. The referees kept their whistles incredibly busy, resulting in 29 combined free throws in that period alone. That is the highest number of free throws seen in a single second quarter since the bubble playoffs nearly 6 years ago. Neither team could find a consistent rhythm because of the constant stoppages, but both squads were absolutely lethal from the stripe. The Spurs went 15 for 17 in the quarter, while the Thunder were a perfect 14 for 14. It kept things tight early on, but Oklahoma City eventually blew the game open in the third quarter, stretching their lead to as much as 20 points. The major reason the Thunder took control was their incredible depth, especially with key players sidelined. With Jalen Williams and Ajay Mitchell out, rookie Jared McCain got the nod for his very first playoff start, and he did not blink. McCain came out completely fearless, dropping 20 points and looking like a seasoned veteran under the brightest lights. Meanwhile, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander put on an absolute masterclass in offensive control. Shai controlled the entire pace of the game, scoring 32 points, dishing out 9 assists, and drawing fouls at will. He went 16 for 17 from the free throw line, completely frustrating the San Antonio defense. To make matters worse for the Silver and Black, Alex Caruso came alive off the bench, torching the perimeter for 22 points and knocking down 4 huge three-pointers, while adding 3 steals on the defensive end. Isaiah Hartenstein dominated the interior, cleaning up the glass with 15 rebounds to go along with 12 points. For the San Antonio Spurs, it was a night of immense frustration and missed opportunities, primarily from beyond the arc. As a team, the Spurs went completely cold from deep, missing 29 of their 41 three-point attempts. That is a dismal 29% shooting night from 3, which makes it nearly impossible to win a high-scoring game on the road. Victor Wembanyama faced relentless defensive pressure all night from Chet Holmgren and Hartenstein. Wemby struggled heavily from the field, finishing just 4 for 15 on his shot attempts. Even though his shot was not falling, he still battled inside to finish with 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 blocks, largely by going a perfect 12 for 12 from the free throw line. De'Aaron Fox also had a tough shooting night, finishing with just 9 points on 4 for 15 shooting, though he did dish out 8 assists and grabbed 3 steals. Despite the superstar struggles, the young core of the Spurs fought valiantly to keep the game within reach. Stephon Castle was an absolute bright spot, leading the team with 24 points on efficient 7 for 11 shooting, including 3 clutch triples. Julian Champagnie stepped up massively as well, chipping in 22 points and 8 rebounds, while Keldon Johnson provided his usual spark of energy off the bench with 15 points. Behind their effort, the Spurs managed to cut a 20-point deficit down to just 8 late in the third quarter, threatening to pull off a massive comeback. But right when the Spurs had all the momentum, controversy struck and completely changed the landscape of the game. With less than 1 minute remaining in the third quarter, Luke Kornet attempted a tip-in that was clearly knocked off the rim by Cason Wallace. It should have been an obvious goaltending call, but the whistle stayed silent. On the very next possession, replays showed the ball clearly went out of bounds off Chet Holmgren, but the officials awarded the ball back to Oklahoma City. The Spurs bench and players were absolutely fuming, and those missed calls completely halted San Antonio's momentum. The Thunder capitalized immediately, pushing the lead back to double digits and keeping it there for almost the entirety of the fourth quarter. Now, the entire series shifts back to San Antonio for a do-or-die Game 6 at the Frostbank Center. The stakes could not be higher for the Silver and Black, if the Spurs want to save their season and force a decisive Game 7 back in Oklahoma City.
They understood the moment. They knew right from the start what it was going to take. It has been a great series so far.
And the Thunder will be a win away from returning to the finals. Henrik Williams on the putback. Game number 5. to the Thunder. One win from a return to